In systolic heart failure, ventricular contraction is compromised. This may be caused by any condition that weakens the heart muscle or creates more difficulty for the ventricle to pump. The most common include coronary artery disease or ischemic heart disease and its consequences. Plaque buildup narrows the coronary artery, reducing blood supply to the heart muscle. Complete blockage can cause heart attacks, which often leave behind non-functional scar tissue. In dilated cardiomyopathy, the ventricular wall is dilated, becomes thin and weak. The higher systemic pressure in hypertension makes it harder for the ventricle to eject blood. This is because the pressure in the left ventricle must exceed the systemic pressure for the aortic valve to open. Another one is valvular heart disease. Damage to the valve, such as stenosis, also makes it more difficult for the ventricle to pump. The effectiveness of ventricular contraction is measured by the ejection fraction. Typically, the left ventricle is filled with about 100 ml of blood, but only 60 ml is ejected during contraction. This corresponds to an ejection fraction of 60%, wherein the normal range of ejection fraction is between 50 and 70. When ventricular contraction is impaired, the volume of ejected blood is reduced, and so is the value of ejection fraction. In systolic heart failure, it drops below 40%.